Judging from the feedback from the young entrepreneurs who attended the New Fortress Energy sponsored 2 workshops in Kingston late March 2018, they gained a lot. I later interviewed lead presenter Professor Danny Warshay, who lectures on entrepreneurship at the prestigious Brown University in the United States. No, it's probably unfair to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What kind of snapshot have you had of these young entrepreneurs, these wide-eyed young people who want to venture into entrepreneurship?
You're right. In some ways, it is unfair. I've been here all of 20 hours, I think. On the other hand, I'm not shy about sharing my impressions, which have been very positive. First of all, and everybody told me that Jamaicans are warm and welcoming, and I guess their warmth matches the climate here. And so that's been really great. I interacted with a whole range of different types of students and faculty members at the University of West Indies this morning in 2 workshops, and I found them outgoing and creative, interested in learning, thirsty for how they could apply what they learned to their own entrepreneurial opportunities. Actually, in terms of even how it overlaps with Brown's approach, I was pleased to see a lot of interdisciplinary connections, and that not everybody in the room was from the business school. There were a lot of people from engineering, from medicine, and from other disciplines throughout the university who are interested in figuring out how they could master and apply an entrepreneurial process to their own disciplines.
You know, when you alluded to the engineering aspect of it, it was not a eureka moment for me, I must tell you, because one of the most fascinating Jamaican businessmen I've interviewed over the years was an engineer, and he was head of a conglomerate. And there was something unique about this man. He was not daunted by problems. He was very solutions oriented. Tell me more about that.
Well, the way that we define entrepreneurship at Brown is as a structured methodology for solving problems of all kinds. And it resonates with the approach that engineers take to define the problem real carefully, to solve it on a small scale, and then to amplify that solution in a big way. And that mirrors the 3-step process that we use in entrepreneurship, which is first to find and validate an unmet need, define what the problem is. Second is to develop what we call a value proposition, or in short, how do you solve the problem on a small scale? It could be in an engineering lab, it could be in a medical laboratory, in a hospital, in a maker space, in a social enterprise incubator. And then third, and really important, and the third step of our entrepreneurial process that I think in some ways was unusual for people in Jamaica to hear, was to have impact on a really big scale. Not just in your local parish, not just even in Jamaica, but across the Western Hemisphere, around the world. And so I am hoping that the impact that this small bit of teaching might have in Jamaica is to have Jamaicans think even bigger about the contributions they can make to each other, to people elsewhere in Jamaica, and way beyond Jamaica, with solutions to problems that will have impact around the world.
A veritable reculturalization of how we think, eh?
I would feel a little bombastic about that as my mission. I want to be humble to say I'm here just to share what I know, and to hope that it has some impact on the entrepreneurial community and on the economic development of the country. If it can in the way you're describing, I would be honored for that to happen.
Sandra Glasgow, a founding member of Jamaica's first Angels Network, was pleased with the workshops and expressed optimism in the future of entrepreneurship in Jamaica.
Let's give Danny another big round of applause. Was this a worthwhile use of your time this afternoon? Thank you all so much for coming. I just want to say that New Fortress Energy is the newest member of the First Angels Network. We're thrilled to have them on board. And I know that you're going to see a lot of great things happening over the next few months and years as they work with members of the ecosystem, with the Branson Center, with the DBJ, with JBDC, and others, to really create the environment for all of you to succeed.
Entrepreneurship appears to be on a growth path in Jamaica, thanks to facilitators, including the Development Bank of Jamaica, First Angels Network, and the Mona School of Business and Management.